Hello and welcome to Weaste Allotments. It's the 26th of October 2014. We're down here waiting to put the chickens to bed. These are about the. I've realised these are the only times I can actually do videos on Weaste Allotments. You can tell them till they're blue in the face there, that the lads on here, that if you see me in the greenhouse I'm doing a video, they still come over and they still ruin the bloody video. So I've decided to wait while they've all gone, then I can come and do the videos. Obviously some of them don't like to see the faces on YouTube. I've told them if they see the camera not to come over unless they want to be on the videos, and I can tell you 90% of them don't want to be on them. So you know, so I found out the best time to do these videos is in the evening now, which works out perfect for me because I've got to put the girls to bed in about, well, it's 20 past 4 now, so I've got about another 50 minutes before they all go into the chickens go into the coop, and then I can lock the coop up and then go and have my tea. The clocks went back last night, so it makes it awkwarder for me because of the way the time is. It only gives me a couple of hours. You see, what I used to do is set off from home at 4 o'clock and I spend 2 hours on the allotments in the evening. I can't do that now because obviously I've lost that hour, so it's either 3 o'clock and then stay on until 5 o'clock, so I've got to work something out there. I really hate winter when the night's closing. It's just a shame because I really love being on here. I mean, I don't do now, I just chill out and relax. It's perfect cure for a little bit of, well, a part of my ailments, i.e. I've got a lot of chest problems, and the air actually does it a world of good. But yeah, the night's closing and it makes it a bit awkward to do anything really. However, I've got everything that what I had planned in the last video. I've got 90% of it sorted out. I still got to put the fence on the front of the plot, but I got some new fence posts there. I had 200 milli by 1.5 metre posts what I was going to use for the end post, and I had some thinner ones, 80 milli, what I was going to use in the middle. Well, I managed to get hold of another 3 of these 100 milli ones, so I'm going to use them on the front of the plot and put a fence on the front of it just to separate me from everybody else. It's only going to separate me from the front of everybody else on the site. I mean, you can still walk on the plot. I mean, everybody's welcome to walk around my plot. The only trouble is they walk around the plot when I'm doing a bloody video, so I've got to stop and start. Now I'm terrible at editing. I really need to be able to edit these videos where I can splice them together. My problem is I can't figure out how to splice them together. Maybe someone could. In fact, I bet there must be millions of videos there on YouTube. I should really have a look. Find a piece of software and have a go at it. I mean, I'm quite good at new things, studying new things. I mean, it's only been 3 years I've had these this allotments. This part of the allotments I've had 3 years. The front part I've only had coming up to 12 months. So it's 12 months on the front part and coming up to 3 years on the front part. I'm not at the back part. I'm not too sure how many more weeks it will be before it will be. I think it's November is when I took possession of the back part of this plot, and again it was November when I took possession of the front part of the plot, because there was 2 half plots, and obviously I've got the 2 half plots and made it into 1 full plot. So yeah, we're coming up to that date, so I think we'll have a bit of a party that date. But there you go. That's how long I've had the allotment now. Last week I managed to clear the strawberry bed out here. The strawberries are gone. I give all the strawberries to everybody who wanted them, and the ones what was left over went into the compost bin. Now I poured about, I'd say, about 2,000 litres of compost into this bed here. Now I was given a load of compost, and I had a load of compost at home. I brought it all up, me and the Gump. That's the 6'4", 17 stone ball leaded mini me. That's my lad, by the way, Peter. He brought them up for me, and I'm going to have him laying them paving stones on the front of the plot because I can't bend down to put them up. I've got bloody osteoarthritis in my spine, and trying to bend down's it's a killer, I tell you. It's like someone's got a knife and they're sticking it in the vertebrae, and they give it a twist every time I move. It's absolute agony. You probably hear me when I'm kneeling down and go, as long as I keep my back straight, I'm all right. But saying that, I had my legs crushed in a machine, paper crushing machine in work about 10 years ago, and I'm suffering with them now as well. You know, it all catches up with you. So yeah, I'm going to get him to bring the paving stones. But I was getting back to this bed here. So we put the soil into the bed, and it's all spread out now. It's looking good. So I'm going to be putting these little babies shortly in. These cabbage, they'll be going in, and my broad beans when they get tall enough. So I've got some broad beans that have started to grow. So they'll be going out into that bed. The bed which is facing it and to the left, that's going to have that. Now that had club root in the bed. Now I powdered in the lime into that. It's the only cure for club root. So I'll put a load of lime in. It's been holed over a couple of times. It's ready to go now. So I'm going to be putting the garlic and some more onions that I've got. What she's going in there, probably in the next couple of days. Because I haven't got many hospital appointments this week. I had that 3 or 4 last week. Bloody hospital appointments. Won't even go there. So yeah, I'll be putting them in that bed, and I've got some herbs here that I'm going to be putting in my new plants on. I'll show you that when we get to the top of the plot in a bit. As for the winter potatoes that I'm putting on the 24th of September, well, they're about 18 inches above the buckets now, and they're doing really well. They've been right up to the top now, so all I can do is leave them and hope that I get some spuds for Christmas Eve. I'm going to do a reveal on Christmas Eve. A lot of people say, you're not even going to, they're not going to come up then. When I spin the camera around in a bit, you'll see they're absolutely fantastic. The leaves on them, lush, dead healthy. So there's every chance I'm going to get some potatoes. I've still got to put the solar panels, the solar lights into the chicken pen, into the chicken coop actually, and put the solar panels, only small panels, but they're going on the front of the coop, south facing obviously, so they get as much sun as to charge the batteries up. There in the shed I've set them up, and there's a little setup I've set up, good God, that is, I've got in the shed at the top of the plot, so I'll show you them in a minute. I've another surprise as well, what I got, cracking bargain, I'll show you that as well, or them. So what I'm going to do is rip this camera off here now, and we're going to go on a tour before it gets too dark. Now it's been windy all bloody day. I'm just looking at the flags, United Nations on here. There must be 16 different nationalities, there could be even more, I'm not too sure, but they've all got the flags all flying. You got Yorkshire Rolls, you got the Cheshire Rolls, you got Americans, you got Indians, you got the Welsh, Scots and English, you got Lebanese, you got Norwegians, you got Germans. I tell you, United Nations should take a leaf out of our book on here. Talk about everybody likes each other, we all get on, everybody gets on here, great. Now United Nations could take a leaf out of our book, but there you go. So we've got a lot of different nationalities, and like there's the flags out there, the perfect indicator when it's windy. At the moment it's sort of, there's not enough wind to blow them straight, so I think it's blowing towards the south. The wind's blowing from the south. It was blowing from the east before, so you know it's like swirling around the wind. So I try and keep the mic with me back to the wind, so you can still hear my voice and we're going on. So we're going to take this off here, and we're going to pan round here. And yeah, these are the Duke of Yorks. There was done in Growmore, potash, bloodfish and bone, and it was done in that B&Q zone compost. They're thrown in buckets. It was topped up to the top of the buckets, and like I say, since the 24th of September, this is what you've got. So there's every chance we're going to get a decent crop of spuds for Christmas. So watch this space. I do the reveal Christmas Eve. That's if I'm not dead. the fig tree, all the leaves are falling off that now, so I'm going to be wrapping that in bubble wrap in a couple of weeks' time to keep it, you know, so it doesn't freeze and die. That's the last thing I want that to do. These cabbages need to go out, and these broad beans need to go out. Now I've got mint here. I've got some, actually that's rosemary. This is mint and this is thyme. I'll need to get over some sage and some coriander. So I've got, there's a plan to put the rosemary, well, let's get out, I'll show you where I'm going to put them. I'm not going to tell you until we get there, so let's come out of here. This is the strawberry bed, that's all been dug up. Strawberries are gone now, and it's good soil. That's like I say, I got it for absolutely nothing. The peas are doing fine. I've got loads of pods on them. There's loads of flowers on them as well. I mean, these pods, yeah, starting to fill out now, but they're everywhere, so they're doing fine. The wind blew them over here, bloody, on Tuesday. That back end of the hurricane blew them over. I've just stuck a cane in to prop them up. As this lot here, I don't know if you can see them, but in there, the beetroot needs tidying up. This, I need to get in here and tidy it up. And then in here as well, we've got the Swedes, they're doing okay, and the carrots are doing fine. I mean, look at the carrots down here. I mean, these carrots, they're only like 3 inches. They're all about 3 inches each. I mean, they go all the way along here. It's like a bloody big road. That's only the first 8 inches. It goes right the way along. There's 2 rows of them. We're never bothered with the carrot fly. They're the girls there, stuffing the faces. They'll be going up that up the plank in a minute into the coop. Time now was 4:30, so it's 5:30, but they was going into bed around about 6:10, so it's 5:10 they're going into bed tonight. Like I say, they all go in, I lock the doors, go home and have my tea. This bed here was the one that had the club root. Like I say, I piled in the lime, been holding about twice now. Before I put anything in, I'll be putting the garlic and more onions into this bed here. So I'll give them an hoeing before I put them in. This is broccoli, winter broccoli, that's doing fantastic. And in front of it are the garlic that I put in about, well, the last video was about 2-3 days before I did the last video, so it's about 2.5 weeks. And as you can see, they're 6 inches tall, these things. They're doing really well. So, I mean, you don't have to take my word for it, I mean, but the way I do my garlic, which I'll show you when we get up to the shed, because I've got them in plastic bags at the moment, the garlic. Try to draw the roots out. I get the roots, the tendrils to come out about 5mm. Thumb in the ground, drop them in, cover them over. You don't push the clove into the ground because you snap the tendrils. But what it does, it lets me know if the bulbs are gonna are actually gonna come up. So that's how I know I'm gonna get 100% germination. And if you look here, there's 100%. Every one of them's come up. So there's an 100 there. There's 17 jumbo and there's 30 Marco. Here's the collies, they're doing fine. All these leaves have fallen off this bloody tree here. But all them leaves will be going into my wormery over there shortly. So it's a win-win situation. The worms love the leaves. On the front of this the chicken pen, there's going to be the solar panels. Like I say, my girls are getting. Not going to disturb them because they'll be going up into the coop in a minute. If I go there now, what'll happen is it'll stop them going in. I'll have to wait here longer, and my tea's going to be ready for 5:30. So, like I said, I'm keeping me back to the wind at the moment because the wind's blowing from the south now. As you look there, the flag's blowing like buggery over there, and it's a southerly wind that's blowing. So this is the north. As we're looking here, this is these are turnips, and these are the snowball onions. Now I've got some more small snowball onions to stick in between these because the gaps are too wide. I should have done them 6 inches apart, and what did I do? Them 12 inches apart. Silly me. So I'm going to put another one in the middle of each one. The celeriac's doing absolutely fantastic as well. It's really filling out now. I've got celery over there what's doing cracking. I mean, that celery's fantastic, and the globe artichokes over there. Like the wind caught 1 or 2 of them and started to blow them about a bit, but they're doing okay. So this is the back half of the plot where all the veg is. So as soon as we get past these trees here, these are all apple, pear, plum, cherry, peach, crab apple. There's different varieties of apples and pears. And once we get past here, we come into the fruit part of it where you've got the raspberry canes, these yellow and red raspberries, and then there's the gooseberries. I've got dahlias up in the 4 of these beds, and all around the borders I've got tulips and daffodils. In about another 2-3 months we get all daffodils coming behind the trees, the fruit trees there, and in all the borders around here, all along here. And right along the back there'll be tulips. Yeah, this wind's really blowing into me back now. So hopefully you're not hearing the wind, but it's bouncing off me back. What we're looking at here now are the 2 strawberry beds. That's why I didn't need the strawberries over on the back of the plot. Like I said, I've got marigolds in there and poppies and what have you, but they'll be dying down shortly. But when they die down, obviously all the tulips, crocuses and daffodils will all be coming up. This is where I'm going to put my herbs. This is that herb. You've probably seen this before today, like just a crappy little thing. We've had some buckets in. Well, I'll ditch the buckets. I'll put strengthened it with these battens here. They're all screwed in. You can actually sit on here. Now this was full to the top on about 4 days ago. What's happened? It's sunk down 3 inches. Now I was going to put some herbs into it. Now I would have put the herbs, it would have disappeared down the bloody into a sinkhole. So I've fortunate really. So I'm going to leave it another week, see how far it goes down, and I'm going to put a load of compost. Now I've got the compost. What I'm going to put in here is out of this thing here. This is where I've got there's a load of butternut squashes all the way around here. The wind really got to this and made a mess of it. There's a butternut squash. That's not big. It's not all that big. Oh crap! I just pulled it off. Bloody hell. Never mind. But there's more here, as you can see. There's another one there. That's a big one. I just did what Sam the allotment man's bloody dad did. Oh well, I think these accidents will happen. That's no good, is it? I'll put it in the bin. I'll put it in the compost bin. There we go. God, typical. They're all over here. This flower's still coming. Right, now this is my new cold frame. This is where I harden all my plants off here. It's got a catch on it so the wind can't get up it and blow it away. Now if you look in the greenhouse here, you can see a load of cos lettuce. Now inside there are my hotbeds. Now there's a foot of horse manure, and then there's 8 inches of compost on the top of it. And I can tell you now, when you put your hands on the top of them beds in there, you can feel the heat, and that's helping the lettuce to grow, and doing really well actually. I've not opened it up, so I can't really show you, but you can see through the panels how well they're doing. So like I say, I've got the paving stones to put on the front here, and I've also got a fence to go across the front of the plot. Well, let's go and show you the shed again. If you look here, you can see the silicon now, it's starting to squash down a bit. The way the shed was designed is so it allows for expansion and contraction. At the moment it's expanding because it's getting damper, the wood's swelling up. But in the summer, what happened, it was wider than this by about 5 mm. But there was no gaps in it. I mean, no rain or anything could get into it, but as you can see, as you press on it there, it's sort of rubbery, and it's it's absolutely solid. So that's something I built into the shed, that cause I knew it would expand. Right, now we're coming in the shed. I want to show you all these. Now I've got irises, crocuses, I've got tulips, multiples of tulips, daffodils. Oh, what's this on a firework blenders, colour blenders. Like I said, there's piles and piles of tulips and what have you. I paid 50p each for these ones, and for them three there I paid £6 for free. And I went and saw these on the car boot, so I bought another 20. So these are going to go in my border, so it's going to be a massive colour hopefully. These are the onions that I'm going to be putting in between the ones that are 12 inches apart, so they're going to be 6 inches apart, and these will be going in the next day or two. These ones will be going in the new bed that I've just created from the strawberries. And this here is the lights for the chicken coop. Now if I put the switch on, the light's going to come on because it's dark, right? So actually, there we go, right, so it's dark in here now. If I put the light towards it, the lights goes off, go to it, off, so it's charging. That's the main thing. But there's another one what goes in here, so there's 3 of them in a row, and I've got to just paint this, screw it to the south facing of the chicken pen. These go into the top of the chicken coop, and then these little lights will hang down like that from the ceiling, giving the chicken some light. Well, that's the idea. So that's what I'm doing, and that will be done in the next day or two, and I'll do a little video showing you how it's all been set up, and hopefully it'll give the chickens a little bit more light. I was watching Sean's Allotments, and he was wearing his button-up squashes, and he had a few decent ones. Well, what do you reckon that one weighs? Now I have got massive hands. I mean, I'm 6 foot, and my hands are like shovels, and this is big. I reckon it's at least £3. Now I've got my scales there, but I ain't set them up. What I will do, I'll set my scales up and we'll weigh them and see how big these are. But I've got 2 here. I had 12, and I've given 10 away to different people. So before I give them away to someone, because I don't even eat them, I'm going to weigh them, and I'll let you all know what they weigh. But I reckon that one there weighs £3, and the other one weighs about £2.5. Before I go, I want to show you the garlic, how I do my garlic. Right, these are the more jumbo garlic, and what I'm waiting for is little tendrils to come on the base of the actual clove. And what I do is any what doesn't put the tendrils out, they get tossed, because obviously they're not going to germinate in the ground. But you've got to be very careful when you put them in. You put your thumb into the ground, you drop these in and cover them over. That's all you do, and I guarantee you within 4 working days these things will be 2 inches out of the ground. So if you don't see them coming out after that, just replace them with another one. So I keep a few spares to put in the holes, but I've never needed to do them. So what I do is I just stick them in the ground next to them. Here's another load. These are Casablanca. Again, I think there's about 30 there. like I say, I only put them in the bag today. But as soon as that was it today. No, it's today. I think it wasn't yesterday. It was yesterday I put them ones. Today I put these ones in. So as soon as the little roots start to come out there, 2-3 millimeters, that's when I know they're going to be okay. And I'm not wasting my time by putting them in. I'll put them in, and well, 6 months time we'll have a load of garlic. I'm going to do about 5 different varieties of garlic this year. Yeah, this is the thing that I just paid Wilkinson's. I paid £3.50 for it. It's one of these electronic thermometers. It tells you how cold it is and how hot it is. Don't be mistaken by what you see this here, where it's the temperature. That says transfer. You pull the transfer off and you put the battery, which is already inside it, and you're ready to go. At the moment it's 56 degrees in the shed here, which yeah, because there's 3 ways, there's 3 like 3 different temperatures. You've got the temperature on here, and then you've got the digital temperature as well. £3.50. You go to B&Q and buy that, it's identical in B&Q, 13 quid, and you don't get the battery with it. Unbelievable how they got the audacity to charge 4 times the amount when Wilkinson's are doing them. I got that off Salford Precinct, by the way, this thing, £3.50. If I see any more, I'm just going to grab them because they're a bargain. They really are, they work fantastically. What else? Before I go, this Verve, I can't pronounce it, but it's B&Q's own. It's 125 litres. It was £6 a bag, and it says on it Best Buy, which is Best Buy of 2013. I can tell you it won't be Best Buy this next year because it's gone up. They stuck it up £1. Yes, when was it? 3 days ago. It's been 6 quid all year round, and then they just stuck another quid on it. Ridiculous. We're talking autumn now when nobody's even using the stuff, so it's just going to be left outside in the store rotting away. I mean, what do? You normally get rid of all your old stock. Yeah, and there they are, they're charging an extra £1 for it. It's terrible. Saying that, I did get a bargain. I got these end of sale, end of line posts, and I pay a few quid each for them. So that's for my fence. I've got my fence in there as well, so that'll be going up shortly. I went in there looking for one of these fire bins. Now last week they were £19, yeah. I went in this week, and what do you think they were? £29. They've gone up half. They've gone up from £19 to £29. They put a tenner on it. It's gone up even more than half of it. Half what they was charging a week ago. I don't know why the hell they would do that sort of thing. But £10, crazy. You can still get them for. You can get them for £16 in where did I see them for £16? At Alder. You get the lid, the funnel on the top of them, and we're talking about the metal bins with the holes in, what you can burn all your leaves and your wood and what have you. I think Aldi are doing them for 16.5 quid. Unbelievable. B&Q, what you doing? I don't know. Saying that, I've bought a lot of stuff from B&Q over the years. You just got to be in there when the bargains are going. I mean, the greenhouse, what I've got here, there's the bargain. 30 quid for that. End of line. So sometimes they do daft deals like this for 30 quid. Other times they do stupid things like put a price of that up in the middle of the winter. I mean, I've got here, what this is all sat on here, this is the base of a greenhouse. This greenhouse base is 70 quid. I mean, I'm not even using it, it's just in the way actually. I could do with getting shut of it. I've got no idea what I can use it for, but I'm not gonna chuck it. I'm gonna leave it until I find a use for it. Well, actually, the use is putting the chicken pellets on and the corn for the chickens. It's good a place as any to rest them on. I've got, like I say, I've got all my plants all the way up here. It's a bit dark now, so you can't really see them all. But yeah, they'll all be gone tomorrow. Hopefully, I get the grandkids or somebody to stick them in the ground for me. I'll tell them where I want them going, and I'll get them put in. And yeah, in about 3 weeks' time, or 3 months' time, we're going to have a massive colour on the front of my plot. This is chicken food, by the way. There's cabbage. Got collier, not collier, lettuce. And these are the eggs I get. There's half a dozen eggs there. I'll be taking them home in a minute. Actually, I get 8 eggs, to be quite honest with you. I'll be taking them home though tonight. Fancy a boiled egg for supper. So there we go. Weaste Allotments 101. I hope you like the update. Listen, I've got to thank everybody who's subscribed to my channel as well. Incredible how many people subscribed over the last 12 months, and the hits on the on my page is even more incredible. But thanks for all your kind comments as well, and please make more. And if you get any suggestions what I can do on the site, you're welcome to help me out with a few ideas, because I'm running out of ideas to do now. I was thinking of making cages, building cages for all these, you know, to keep the birds out, but then again, I don't eat them all, and I let the birds have them at the end of the year. I always leave half of the crop on for the birds, so you know. Even squirrels, I leave the fruit for them as well. I will get a bit naffed off when they eat the corn, but you know, maybe someone got an idea what I can do. Like I said, I'm running out of ideas now, but I'll probably end up giving these a lick of paint anyhow to make it look a little bit more presentable. Someone asked me before I got that's it as well. Someone asked me how wide are your paths. Now my paths are 2 foot wide, so they're wide enough to get my wheelbarrow all the way along them and to turn them around on the where the points are here. So, and there was someone else also asked me, I forget who it was now, and asked me about the bottles. Why you got bottles stuck on top of your canes? Well, the simple reason is if you want to take if you don't have the bottles on there and you're bending over and you take your eye out, if you like you say you bend down and it sticks in your eye, you're going to lose your eye. Whereas you bend down there and all you're going to end up is with a bloody black eye. Same thing as if you fall on them, you're going to have a bruise on your stomach where you fall there. Whereas if there's no bottle on it, it's going to go straight away through you. And another thing as well, they scare the birds away when they start rattling. So you know, that's why the bottles are there. Everybody should do it really. It's health and safety if you want to think of it that way, but because I'm not too clever on my feet, I'm always falling over, so that's why they're there, the bottles, to stop me hurting myself and other people hurting themselves as well. Right, I really am going now, so I'll see you all soon. Thanks again for subscribing. Bye bye for now.